Welcome, everyone. John Stanko here with junior Elizabeth Kaczmarek of the Women's Swimming and Diving Program. Elizabeth, you guys finished 4th place in the MAAC Championship, and you yourself swept the individual medleys, winning gold in both the 200 and the 400. What was it like knowing that throughout all the season, putting in all the hard work, you finally won gold at the MAAC Championship?
My training this year was a little different from other years. I usually train distance freestyle, so I switched it and trained a little bit more stroke. So knowing that changed helped me win was a really good feeling.
Who installed that change in your training?
It was a little bit of both the coach's suggestions and my wanting to kind of switch it over. I don't really swim distance freestyle anymore, so I thought that the stroke training would definitely benefit me in my races.
Well, obviously, it benefited you as you set many school records this year as well as some personal bests. Well, now, when you go into a race, are you racing against what you know you can do as your personal best time, or are you racing against the opponent?
I think it's a little bit of both. Going in, you need to swim like a smart race. You don't want to go in and just kind of wing it. It's not really the best thing to do. So especially with something longer than a 50, you kind of need to be smart about your race, but it's always a good feeling to go personal best time. It's what swimming's about.
Is that swimming a smart race? Is that something that you knew as a freshman coming into Iona, or is that something you learn as Coach Cavataro teaches you how to prepare for a race?
That was something I knew coming in with my club team. My coach always told me how to swim a race, so coming in and knowing how to swim specific races has definitely helped me in my training and not only races.
Well, you weren't the only Gael to win gold. Also, freshman Alyssa Chain took gold in the 100 butterfly. What was it like seeing a rookie stand on top of the podium?
It was really, really good. I think the team got really excited about it. Having someone be able to stand up on that podium and be able to chant, Gaels, it's really, really exciting.
For anyone who's not been to a swimming and diving championship, can you describe the atmosphere, what it's like?
Finals is insane. There's so much energy on the pool deck and in the stands. The parents go crazy and chant the whole entire time, and it's really exciting. So if you haven't come to a swim meet, come.
John Stanko being joined here by Christian Foti, Iona College Men's Swimming and Diving Program. Christian, your team finished 5th at the MAAC Championship. You yourself won 2 bronze medals. What were your overall reactions from the championship?
I was stoked, mainly, for my team and myself individually. I was pleased with how everyone swam, proud of the entire guys team. Everyone stepped up to the challenge, including the freshmen. It's kind of crazy to go from a high school experience to an experience like this with 10 different college teams there. My personal favorite race was the 8 free relay, but my individual favorite was the 500, where I got 3rd, touched out Alan Shaw on rider snuck into 3rd, so I was happy with the bronze, my highest finish ever in a championship, and yeah.
Let's talk about the 800 freestyle relay. You guys smashed the school record by nearly 8 seconds. I mean, when you're watching the race, when you're in your own part, do you realize how fast you guys are going compared to the school record?
No, we had no idea. I mean, you obviously expect and hope to be faster than you were last year, but the slowest split on our relay this year was faster than last year's fastest split. So every single swim was considerably faster. But I really knew we were in for something special when, with 50 yards to go, we had a lead on Marist, which we haven't beaten Marist in a relay or gotten a medal in a relay in 5 years. So that was a great way to open up MAACs.
Pretty remarkable achievement. And you mentioned the freshman year, for instance. Your freshman Matthew Anderson had a pretty phenomenal MAAC championship. What was it like watching the rookie perform?
I felt like I was watching a younger me, in all honesty. He's an animal. He works extremely hard every day, in and out, and it showed at MAACs. So, I'm proud of him.
I mean, he's a phenomenal player. And now, I asked Elizabeth this question as well, but can we just talk about what it's like to be at a swimming and diving championship, the atmosphere, because people who haven't experienced it before, they don't know what it's like. You just explain it for people who don't and have never been.
You don't expect it, but those things get kind of rowdy. It's pretty chaotic, especially for the relays. Every single person on the deck is screaming as loud as they can, and yeah, chaotic is the best way I'd put it.
Was there one race that you loved to watch? They didn't partake in, so not the 800 freestyle relay, but one race you just loved to watch that was really exciting to the finish?
Like watching the 100 freestyle. It's a little too short for me, but it's a pure sprint. One of the staple swimming events, and just always amazing to watch.
Being joined now by Iona College men's and swimming head coach Nick Cavataro. Coach, the women's finished 4th place in the MAAC championships. The men finished 5th. What are your overall impressions of the 4-day event?
Well, I think we swam very, very well. We had personal best after personal best. We had a whole collection of school records, and kids that have never made it into the finals or the consolation finals made it. We feel very good about that and the whole season in general. In terms of the 4th and 5th place, you always want to be higher. I mean, I think our team goal was to be top 3, and we fell a little short of that, but it certainly wasn't because of effort. The conference is, really, really so competitive, and all 10 teams, everybody's got some great swimmers, and it's a challenge, but we're going to keep working at it and getting better and go after it.
Were there any individual student athletes or specific races that really took you by surprise?
Well, I think the men's 800 free relay, all our relays, just the kids give their blood and guts to try to get into the medal stand, and that the 800 free relay for the men, probably the women's 400 free relay, best times by all 4 swimmers in all 4 cases, and we saw that really in all the relays. I think obviously the gold medalist, Alyssa Chains, Allie Chain in the 100 fly. I mean, it was over a 3-second drop from her in-season best. Liz Kaczmarek winning both the 200 and 400 IMs really was a statement swimming, a credit to her work ethic. Colin Perman going out with best times in all his events, all school records, was really good to see when the senior goes out like that.
Let's talk about the rookies. Alyssa Chain winning the gold, as you mentioned, and also Matthew Anderson setting a school record as well, competing at the MAAC championships. What was it like to see the rookies perform so well?
Well, I mean, it's certainly nice because both of them are extraordinarily hard workers, and intense individuals, and to see the payoff there with the records and season best times, is a credit to their ability to focus and respond to the situation, and it bodes well for the future.
Looking back on the season, is there any particular moment that sticks out to you where you just enjoyed being with the student athletes, enjoyed being with your associate head coach, Anthony Bruno?
Oh, it's just a great group of guys and girls, and our Anthony Bruno has just been invaluable in all his 3 seasons, and I think every meet is a challenge, and our kids responded very well, and we swim a really aggressive schedule, between Fordham and Seton Hall and Bryant and Delaware teams out of our conference. We don't shy away from any challenge, and we're swimming fast people all the time, and I think that's what's positioned us well for success not only this year but moving ahead.
Well, Nick Cavataro, congratulations on a fantastic MAAC championship. The women finished in 4th place, the men finished in 5th place. Nick, thank you for joining us, and best of luck in the upcoming offseason.